going on, guys? Today on My Noah 16, we're looking at this very special guitar. We're looking at this first act Volkswagen guitar. If you have not heard of this thing, I really encourage you to check the description to check out these videos of John Marin Slash playing these guitars plugged into a Volkswagen car. It is very hysterical. And I very much enjoy the look of this guitar. So watching that, being like, wow, that's funny. And seeing the guitar going, wow, I like guitars. That would be really cool to own one of those. So today I got shipped one of these bad boys at my buddies over at Volkswagen. And we're going to talk about one today, right here on My Noah 16. So, first impressions are just going to be right on camera. I have not played this thing at all. That's a lie. I tuned it up and I played with the knobs for a minute. I 100% do not know how it sounds through an amp. And we will get to how this thing is special in a minute, besides, the whole Volkswagen thing. But, look how beautiful this thing is. I'll put some pictures up right now. And I hope you also believe that this is a very good looking guitar, because it is really, like, if I saw this in a guitar shop, not knowing it was even a Volkswagen guitar, I would look at it and definitely pick this thing up, because it is just such an interesting look to a guitar. Like, looking at this thing, I want to play this. Like, first thing, opening the box, the case was awesome. I'll show that too right now. And I just look at it and go, man, I want to pick that up and strum some chords, play some cool solos. Like, I want to noodle on this guitar. Now, my first impressions are going to be with you on how this sounds with the amp. Be ready for that. Coming up. Now, we are going to start on, I know you guys commented on all my videos about this, and we're going to start on the bridge pickup. This is the neck, this is the bridge. You'd think with the 50-50 shot, I'd get it, but no. I always get it wrong, but today I know I got it right. I Googled it beforehand. Now, let's see how it sounds on, I almost messed up, the bridge pickup. Here we go, guys. Sounded like those chords sounded really good in my opinion. It's so clean. It's every note you hear very distinctly. Now, when I started playing up the neck, there's some fretting issues going on. I warmed up before this time, so I know it wasn't my playing. So there is definitely some spankiness to it, but I don't know if that's a good thing to you. To me, on this kind of guitar, I'm not looking for something spanky. I'm looking for something like clean sound, like every note is so distinct. And so far, I am not enjoying that part of this guitar. It sounds fun, and it is fun to play. That's just not what I was expecting. And the action's pretty high. And the strings are old, wood is dry. saw me try to slide around, and you could see that I have some sort of, like, I undershoot everything. That's the right word. I undershoot. I tried to do something like this, and I went too many over. Like, of course that's easily fixed. This is just right out of the box after tuning and messing with the knobs and whatnot. And, you know, it sounds really good. And, excuse me. Could use some fast fret and maybe a string change. I don't have any strings on me at the moment. I have 7s and 7 strings. So I don't know if that's the best idea. If that's what you want, you should leave that in the comment below, and I can make another video after I string this thing up and fast fret it for you. Let me know. And messing with the knobs, they're Volkswagen knobs also. They are very loose, very easily maneuverable, which I think if it's this easy, it's a problem. But this third knob right here is really easy, and this knob's also very easy. This one, which I think is the volume. It is the volume. It's perfect, like feeling, and it's missing the switch. Like the little nubs there, there's nothing like to grab onto to really do it. I love this spot. This, if I were to make my own custom besides the Harley Benton, the semi-hollow, I would put the pickup switch right there. Such an easy spot. It gets not in the way of any volumes or anything. You could just be playing your stuff and switch whenever you want, like on a dime. There's nothing getting in the way of you playing. Now, I know you want to, okay, I got ahead of myself. Other pickup for a little bit. You probably noticed I was having a blast right there. Of course, besides the dryness and the strings being not the best, the neck feels great, the frets feel perfect, and it sounds good. It's a little hard to play. It's not fun to play. Like, no guitar has like a perfect set like of everything. Let me explain myself. So this guitar might not have the best feel to it, but it has great sound, which makes me want to play. It looks awesome, which makes me want to play. And if you set this up, this could be an amazing guitar, honestly. The fretboard being dry is definitely a big holding it back for me at the moment, because I can't play my full, play my best that I normally can on something like the Jackson that I played, or the Black Progressive series in one of my last episodes. It is just a fun thing to play right now, and it sounds really good on both these pickups. Now, I know that was kind of sudden, but we're going to switch to the distortion, and I'm going to specify it's my pedal distortion, because there's something special about this guitar that I am not telling you yet, but you probably could think, oh, excuse me again, you probably could figure it out, but we'll let the people who don't know for a little bit longer. So this is what it sounds like with my distortion on the bridge pickup. Before we talk about that, this thing is incredibly hard to switch. Without the little knob thing, like the handle, we'll call it, it is so hard to move that little knob. Oh my God. That hurts. Good thing I don't use any other pickup except for the bridge. And I know it is the bridge now. Distortion time. That was also very fun. It sounded, so you can tell my distortion is not set to this guitar, so it sounded really good. It was missing a lot of that punch that distortion is supposed to give you. Of course, I'm not being the loudest I can possibly be right now. It is late at night, and I can update you later on when I turn this up really loud. But at the moment, I thought it sounded really good. Of course, the loudness is very important in a guitar, and that's not the guitar's fault that I'm not loud. And you definitely had string noise. Every time I moved around on a fret, you heard the swoosh sound. Fun. And of course, there were a lot of... Sorry about that. I had a little problem there, but now we're back. And as I was saying, it sounded really good. Fret noise, but still a blast to play. As you noticed, there were dead spots that I was not aware of until now playing it with my amazing guitarness. And if I remember, I heard them through the amp with the distortion, which usually you can feel it and it won't shine through as much. Also, well, this is also taking into account I'm being quieter than what I normally would be at the moment. And I can change that if you want to see a part 2 of this. If you want to see a part 2 of this, you need to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. That is very important. That keeps this channel going and keeps me getting these guitars just like this. So, sounded good, but the things that didn't sound good, I feel like were my fault at the moment. Now, the thing I am very excited for, excuse me, we are gonna explore the board of this guitar. There is, apparently, I was told this, there is a fresh 9-volt battery in this guitar, as you can see. It's right in there. And we are gonna hear how these active pickups sound. We'll do both, and we'll hit a little distortion, but there is also, you flick this little switch, that turns on the active pickups. As you can see, you can hear all my string noise. And this is not the volume knob anymore. That's the volume knob. The third one's the volume, the first one's the tone, the middle one is, let me rephrase that. Third one is for active pickups, middle one is for normal pickups, and look at that light. And this one is for tone. Look at that bright light. I hope that comes out as good as it looks on camera. Now, we're not gonna drain this, so let's see how loud this is. Okay. We're on bridge. I'm adjusting my volume just so, sorry. I adjust the volume a little bit so it doesn't shake the house, because that is a very big difference in guitar volume. So let's run that again. Now I'm hoping I didn't just say so many things that are wrong. So I believe, I do believe that is the active pickups. Now, I'm scared of what's about to happen. So. Okay. I figured it out. That was the distortion. Okay, the switch was on the distortion instead of the clean, so I don't blame myself nor the guitar for that. That's why it was so loud. Which, I'm gonna say, it sounded really good. It was more of an overdrivey because I had to turn it down, but it had that bite to it, you know. You probably didn't hear it as well as I did, but that was nice. Let's play a little bit more, actually. Doesn't that sound nice? That sounded really good. And now, just active pickups. So I forget how this works. There's so many little details to this. And I just turned off the pickups so I can conserve battery life. And I do not know how this guitar works. I have come to the conclusion. Because there is turn on, this is turn on, the pickups. This one closest to the neck pickup is distortion or not distortion. And I think, I am not positive, what this in the middle switch is. I will mess around with it off camera for a minute, and I will tell you what I think it is. Well, I came to a conclusion very fast. I think it's also a pickup selector. That's why it sounds different. You can choose this pick, like with this, and with this middle one. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I would love to know what this is, definitely, without having to Google it while making this. And this is cool. I'm gonna sit down and play this more, because it sounds good. Of course, there's this part of the guitar that may be a problem. And actually, before we go any further, I know I don't have much to say about this. I've talked about most of the things I wanted to talk about. I am just gonna try the frets with my own distortion, and we'll see how they sound. I found one. This is something I've only ever felt on the gem, the gem of all guitars. And it's that 2 frets are the same note. So a fret is supposed to be half steps away from each other. For example, if you don't know what a half step is, we will do the 11th fret and the 12th fret. 11th fret, 12th fret. Now we will do the I'm sorry, let me count with me here. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. The 21st and the 22nd frets on the high E string. And this is the 22nd fret. This is the 21st fret. I'm clearly fretting 2 different things and the same tone is coming out. Same thing with the B string. 21, 22. That's a big deal to a guitar player. I don't know which note it really is though. Let's find out. That makes that run a lot easier because the 21st fret on the B and the E string are actually the 22nd fret. Which on the B string, there is a lot more issues than just the notes being wrong. Now, I want to do a little game real quick. I want you to tell me which distortion I am playing. I'm gonna go black. I'm sorry I said that. I am going to make my screen African American, and I am going to do option A and option B. So you tell me which is which. I'm gonna do, A is gonna be one, B is gonna be the other, and I want you to tell me which one sounds better. The onboard distortion or my pedal distortion. After that, I would like to say a few more things about this guitar, and then we're gonna call it a day. So here you go. Here's A. Here is B. Now, in retrospect, my pedal distortion sounded really good this time. I don't know what changed. The camera's been on. I've been sitting here. I didn't touch it at all. I don't know. I'm having a blast playing this, which is definitely like, if something sounds good, if something plays good, but you don't have fun playing it, then there is no point in playing it, because there's no reason for you to play it if you're not having, fun. But I see myself picking this thing up just from appearance, sound, and having fun. Obviously, there's things I can improve on it. Strings, fretboard, fret buzzing, and some of these things can be easily fixed. Some of them might take a little bit of adjustments here and there. And of course, that's with any guitar that you really get in the mail without trying first. But this is a Volkswagen guitar. I don't expect to find this thing in a Guitar Center. There was a time that we found a pig nose guitar, but we didn't know what it was at the time. And I regret not getting that guitar, because one, that's just cool to have something that's guitar related that's not, like a part of everyday guitar talk. Like when someone talks to you about a guitar, they talk about like a Fender or a Les Paul. They don't tell you like, man, when Slash was playing that Volkswagen, oh, bad example. When Angus Young was playing that pig nose on stage, that inspired me. Nobody says that. Nobody says that they just found this their dream guitar is a $3,000 pig nose. Who says that? Nobody. Because I don't even think a pig nose that expensive exists. Let alone, I don't think Slash plays a Volkswagen, besides in that one commercial. Now, where does this place in the guitar system, we'll call it, the guitar library of sorts? Now, it's hard to say, honestly, because I find it fun. It plays like a dream. Besides this, slide it at the back feels so good. And the frets feel so nice. And I didn't notice this until now, just feeling around, but that back right there is so seamless. That does not get in the way of playing at all. Of course, when you have to go higher, it gets in the way, but reaching to the 19th fret is not a problem. Oh no, reaching the 19th fret is not a problem. It's crazy. How does not every guitar have that? Just look at how small that is. I'm just now getting around to talking about if this thing's light or not. It's not like I'm not gonna throw it anywhere. It has some nice back weight to it, but it's not heavy in any way, shape, or form. I don't feel any pressure, with something like a Les Paul, for instance, which is definitely a heavier, you gotta really pull on it to do your things because it's such a heavy guitar. This, I don't have a problem with neck, body weight, it's well built. I'm honestly surprised at the quality of everything but the dry frets and the strings, and the missing this, and these knobs being really easy to turn. But I'm having fun playing this thing. I want to see how this does in the game, if it has any issues, and I'm assuming the active pickups are going to be too loud for the game, and if you use distortion on board, that means it's going to transfer into the game, which could make frequency problems and make you miss notes that you normally would hit. But I can let you know that As soon as I know that. Now, if you've gotten this far and you haven't hit the like button right now, what is wrong with you? You've spent over 20 minutes listening to me talk and me play this first act, not Van Halen, Volkswagen guitar. Places, it has some problems the yellow guitar has, honestly. Fret buzzing, stickiness, like fret, not sticky, but fret problems where you can't perform at your peak. Sorry for the transition, but I do compare this to yellow one because of how you want to play it. It's fun to play, sounds good, but there are some things that get in the way that easily can prohibit your playing, like frets being hard to maneuver, strings being hard to also maneuver. Now we're going to call it there today. Thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button down below, and follow the My Noah 16 guitar journey, as I'm going to call it from now on. I'm not going to call it anything else but the guitar journey. Thank you. Bye.